Why I don't watch PoE content creators? That's a question I've been asking myself ever since I started playing this game a little over a month ago. And honestly, the answer is quite simple. Now I know this video is gonna make a lot of people angry, but I'm gonna make it anyway, because I like being honest with you guys and I love sharing my experience and throwing my 2 cents out there, for what they're worth at least. Now, I will say that I've searched far and wide for content creators that suit to my liking, and I pretty much looked at everyone you already know. Now, I'm not gonna get into specific and call out any names, but if you can figure out by yourself who am I referring to. So, anyway, to the subject at hand. I looked for a content creator that I find enjoyable, and unfortunately, when it comes to Path of Exile, I found none. Because whenever I go to watch a video, I always look for the entertainment value rather than the analytics. And what I found about 99% of the PoE content creator is that they are being way too robotic. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that all of them are too focused on data, analytics, and just build guides, all of that stuff, instead of having that entertainment human value. So whenever I watch them, I just watch them maybe for 5 seconds, I get the information that I need, and then I just end up quitting the video. I'm definitely not gonna stay, I'm definitely not going to subscribe. And that's unfortunate, because whenever you watch someone, you want to watch it for the person, at least I do. And that's why the only content creator that I do watch for Path of Exile is Darth Microtransaction. I believe that Darth Microtransaction, is just like Asmongold, a streamer that I watch on a daily basis. I like him very much, and his content is just amazing. And I mean, Darth Microtransaction is so good that I watch his secondary channel, which doesn't even feature PoE videos most of the time. He just plays random stuff, talk about things. And yeah, I mean, I watch all of it because it's incredible. I watch it for the person rather for the information. And this is something that a lot of PoE content creators are currently lacking, at least in my eyes. I know so many people love them. I'm not here to step on anyone's toes and claiming this guy is better than the other. No, it's just not for me. And clearly, all of these content creators are doing good in their own right. They're great. Like, they're doing fine. So, yeah, I'm the odd one here. But again, going back to topic, Darth Microtransaction has the ability that I always envied when I make videos myself, which is the ability to stare directly into the camera for 20, 30, 40 minutes and just keep you interested. They can just talk non-stop. All of these streamers like Riparian and Asmongold and Day9, they're just fascinating to me because this is something that I can pull off no matter how hard I try. And I mean, you can look right now. My gameplay is trash because it's either I focus on the gameplay or I focus at talking. That's why I sound so weird. That's why some of my words get slurred. And I mean, I just get confused. It is a very difficult thing for me to pull off. But, you know, that's the reason I'm making this video. I mean, right now, you are watching this video and you think to yourself, oh, he's talking to his chat, right? He's live right now. No, there is no one here except you and me. Yours truly. I know, it seems weird. Why are you looking at your second monitor like you're talking to someone? Because, believe it or not, this actually really helps me to get into this mindset of making a good video. Right now, you're in front of an audience and you need to answer their question. Imagining in my mind what type of question you would ask me if I were live right now actually helps me a lot. And maybe it's stupid, maybe it only works for me for some reason, but you know what? It works, and I'm gonna still keep doing that because it is actually helpful, and I believe it makes my video way better. I mean, clearly you guys have showed your love for me in the latest videos that I've created, and it's been nothing but a wild ride. This past week has been more fruitful than anything I've done in the past year. It's that amazing. So I cannot be more grateful to you guys. Truly, your love has been astonishing. And I cannot wait to make more content for you guys because I completely delved into the commentary territory. This is something I couldn't previously do because I was trash. I was just not good at what I did. And that's why this channel failed for almost 3 years at this point. But right now, I'm feeling like we are on the right path for success. So, back to the topic. I'm actually gonna write this video a little bit and speak about my interaction with the PoE community. Generally speaking, my interaction with you guys have been nothing but incredible and absolutely wild ride. I love every single thing and interaction we had, almost, for the most part. And I mean, literally recently, someone told me like to swap out Rapid Attack 3 for Rapid Attack 2 because it's way better, and I listen. Because you guys are way more knowledgeable than I am. I'm a new player. I have absolutely no idea what's going on, and I'm kind of just figuring out my way in the dark here. So whenever you give me a good advice, I take it to heart. Now, the other side of the PoE community, which wasn't as great, were probably the most fanatical people I have ever seen. And I'm gonna take my recent PoE 2 video as an example, where I talk about my experiences as a new player with the game, and what I would change to make this game a little bit more suitable for new players. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna emphasize, I never said in this video that I want to make this game any less difficult. On the contrary, I think this game needs to be more difficult at the right points, of course. Granted, some points are very difficult and you don't need to make them any more difficult. But for the most part, I'd say there are a lot of parts you can make this game more difficult and thus more fun. Now, a lot of people in the comment section were very defensive about this game. Now, I know why. I understand. I'm not offended or anything. I'm not gonna cry like, oh my god, people were mean to me. No, I don't care at all whatsoever. I completely respect your guys' opinion and why you think the way that you do. I understand that this game was built for the community, by the community, and so many people have attachment to it. Jesus, why this guy is so tough. But, you know, GGG, when they made this video, they are hardcore ARPG fans. And I completely understand why they made this game with the community in mind, and why so many people have attachment to it. Again, I'm not here to step on anyone's toes and tell them how things need to be done. All I said that this game basically needs a lot more tooltips and a lot new player experience. Just training wheels, you can call them. Maybe an in-game glossary, something that explains to you as a new player what you need to do and what everything are. Or what everything is, sorry. Because they're a very difficult thing to process. You may look at this as a seasoned PoE player and think to yourself, oh, this is very easy to understand. Like, just read the thing, just hover over it. It doesn't really explain it. You really need a little bit more in-depth guide for it, and I don't want people to search online for this stuff. I want everything to be in the game, just explained to you. It will make players' life way easier, and overall, I'm not gonna get into it because I already talked about it in the, spoken video. So if you want, you can watch that. But regardless, so many people have flamed me in the comments and were like, super toxic, which again, I understand and I respect it. But come on, guys, like, please, you don't have to be this fanatical about this game, which we all love. Even I, as a new player, I understand. My opinion doesn't really matter because I'm a new player and nobody cares. I get it. But please, I mean, come on. You need to be reasonable here and understand that whenever someone expresses his opinion, just listen to it or just leave the video. You don't have to just go to the comment section and start being all, cringe and stuff. It is kind of weird. And, it is what it is. I understand and I respect it to an extent because this game has clearly built such a fantastic crowd of people around it, and I couldn't be happier to be part of you guys. I honestly can't. And again, I'm not saying this to like glaze you and butter you up and, oh, subscribe to my channel. No, don't subscribe to this channel if you don't like the content that I'm making. I'm not making specific PoE content. I talk about this game almost most of the time because I love this game to death and it's super fun. But I do MMO and ARPG commentary. This is the niche that I've chosen for myself because I got too distracted from my main goal on this channel and I gained no viewership whatsoever. And clearly this change worked because I did 10 times more the viewership in this past week than I did in the past year, which is insane. Every video I make goes to 1K views almost, which is absolutely fantastic. And I couldn't be more grateful to you guys. So once again, just thank you. Straight up. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm gonna call it here. Hopefully you guys got my point of why I don't really consume any other content creator content and why I don't make reaction videos to PoE. I will start making more soon. If you guys can recommend me channels that will suit to my liking, I would highly appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, right now I couldn't find anyone that I find to be interesting, which is unfortunate because I really wish I could be that one for you. I truly try to work on my personality because, again, gameplay is not what I'm gonna pull you guys in. Clearly, I just suck. But, you know, but we gotta do what we gotta do, and we're gonna keep people entertained. And yeah, we just have to work on our personality. It is what it is. I do want to be more successful on this platform and just give you quality content because there's so much trash on this platform. I just want to be one of the good guys, you know? Maybe in the future. I try my best. But that's pretty much all for now. So, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully, I was clear enough. Again, it's really difficult for me to just play and talk at the same time. My monkey brain cannot process this information. I have absolutely no idea why. I'm just not wired this way. But I do try my best. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.